It was late at night at the rocket. I was working on my power armor. After a day of blood and bullets, it helps to fix things, to put things together rather than break them apart. And it sure doesn't hurt if it's something that's going to keep your hide in one piece. I'd just plugged in my Pip-Boy to run a scan on the armor when I noticed there was something flashing. I had to see what the commotion was all about. I popped open my Pip-Boy, and there was a new signal. Another caravan in trouble. I had to listen.
This is an emergency broadcast. Our caravan's under attack by hostile robots and needs some serious help. We're just east of Watts Consumer Electronics. If anyone in the vicinity can come help, now's the time. Ada, loop this message.
Yes, sir.
Well, the time for fixing things is over. Time for blood and bullets, well, there always seems to be time for that. Still, someone needed help, and I needed to get going. It was chaos when I got there. You wouldn't believe what kind of commotion, but there it was. And then, there she was. I saw her in the darkness. Not the darkness of night, but the darkness like the bottom of a whiskey bottle when you forgot where the sun is. Everything else focuses down to just one thing. And there she was, lit by the fire, surrounded by enemies. And I didn't have any idea of what was going on. But I did know one thing. They had asked for help. And as long as I could give it to them, I would. So, like I said, the time for fixing things, that was back at the rocket. The time for breaking things was here. And for better or worse, there's one thing I'm good at. It's breaking things. It was just chaos all over. Cars exploding. Robots like I'd never seen before. I had no idea what these things were. And they just wouldn't leave that poor robot alone. Well, you can always change anything's mind if you really try. Sometimes you change it with words.
You're killing them.
Sometimes you change it with bullets. One way or another, their mind changes. The danger was over, at least for now. It was time to go meet this new robot.
My friends did not survive the attack. Thank you for assisting. I was certain to meet my end here as well.
Are you okay?
Physically, the damage is minor, but I am registering sadness and anger at the loss of my friends. It may sound strange coming from a robot, but they were my family. Again, I thank you for your efforts. I know they would have thanked you as well.
I'm sorry for your loss.
My name is Ada. This was the third time we've been attacked by robots like these. Even with the weapon and detection upgrades Jackson gave me, I was unable to defend them.
Who's Jackson?
Jackson was the leader of this caravan. He had a great mind for technology. In many ways, he is my creator. He installed all my current upgrades. Unfortunately, they were not enough to protect them from the robots.
You're upgraded?
Yes, modified using a robot workbench based on prototype schematics. The workbench allows for a wide range of robot modifications. Perhaps if I had more Sentry bot-based defenses, I could have successfully defended my friends against those robots.
And there it was. Guilt. The same for this machine as it had been for me, rearing its ugly head over her as it had over me for so many nights, wondering what would have happened if I had been one step faster, fired one more shot, been just a little bit smarter, been just a little bit better. But those thoughts, they'll eat at you. They'll create a fire that you'll only be able to put out with that bottle, and you'll never see the sunshine at the end of it. You gotta get away from those thoughts. And so I tried to get her away from guilt.
Tell me about these robots.
They roam the Commonwealth and claim to be restoring order. We've seen them fighting raiders, but they've also attacked innocents, settlers, merchants, and caravans like ours. We knew we ran the risk of encountering more of these hostile robots if we stayed in the Commonwealth. If only we had made the decision to leave.
So why did you end up staying?
Our caravan specialized in mechanical repairs and trade. The Commonwealth has an abundance of salvage that would benefit our business. It was a calculated risk.
You couldn't have known something like this would happen.
The probability of attack was high. I should have forced our departure. In recompense, I will seek justice for my friends and stop these robots from causing further harm. It's time to uncover the source and confront their leader, the Mechanist.
Who's the Mechanist?
The only information I have comes from the iBot broadcasts. The false claims of peace and justice. The only certainty is that these robots bring only death. You have shown willingness to aid others. I ask that you please assist me in stopping this Mechanist. In return, I can give you the schematics to build your own robot workbench, so you have additional resources in this undertaking.
She was asking for my help. She was asking for my help, and she was offering to pay for my services. She didn't have to do that. Still, as long as she was offering, I didn't figure it would hurt to learn what exactly the offer was.
What's a robot workbench?
The robot workbench will allow you to create and modify your own robots, given enough resources.
I'd already made my decision. I'd made it before I left the rocket. But still, I needed to say the words. She needed to know, too.
I'll do it.
I wish I had the proper vocal registry to express my gratitude. Now, we last saw a group of the Mechanist robots at the General Atomics factory. You may find information there that will lead us to the Mechanist. I will follow and assist with your permission.
Yeah, let's go, Ada.
General Atomics has valuable salvage. Chances are high the robots are still there.
And that was how I met her. That was how my night of repairing armor turned once more into a night of blood and bullets. I was back on the road, back with a new mission, and maybe back with a new friend. Time would tell, I suppose. We'd see how many whiskey bottles would be needed when this one was over. Alrighty folks, this has been Checkers, and if you enjoyed Automatron Noir, please let me know. I'll put a poll up here and we'll determine if Automatron Noir continues or if we do something else. I'd like to remind you that I have a Twitter link on my channel main page, and if you're on mobile, my channel about page, and also in the description of the video. There is a small letter I in the upper right hand corner. These are cards and links to other videos that I've made. I would like to thank you for watching. I hope you found the video entertaining and maybe just a little informative. I would like to invite you to subscribe and ask you to please take care.